hours of the regular show on terrestrial radio, and you wanted a little bit more, so that's why you found the Gun Talk After Show podcast, where we saved all the best things that we can't say on regular radio. Now here's Tom, Michelle, and Jim for the Gun Talk After Show.
All right, it is the after show where we've gathered together to talk about the silliness. Well, it's just pretty much like what we always do here. So we have the four of us gathered around. We have Tom and Michelle and me, and over there's Jim, who I gather is not long for this world, or maybe not long for us.
Hey, now.
What have I done to irritate you this time?
I don't even know if I want to talk about it, to be honest with you. I think I'm just going to leave.
Well, okay, leave. Get out of here. Bye. Actually, Jim's got to go be with family. He's got to go take off. So he's out of here. So now it's just the three of us. Michelle, I know you're thinking, won't he ever leave?
Wait for it. Wait. He's almost out.
Wait. Here it is.
Oh, we can talk about him. Oh, he opened up the door.
Did he get the door slamming or anything? Oh,
No.
man.
No.
Ah, rats. Okay. Oh, I tell you what, I've got it. We're going to talk about a new gun I just heard about, but it's kind of one you're going to like. But first, we got to get to Frank. He's in Talkeetna, Alaska. Hey, Frank, welcome to the after show.
Howdy, Tom.
Hello. I know you called in and said, "Where's Michelle? Why's Jim answering the phone?"
Yeah, you're right. So I always sing to her, but I'm not singing to Tom.
What? No. No. Tell me this is not true, Michelle.
Oh, it's true.
Frank sings to you when he calls in?
Well, everybody has their own thing. It's ours.
Let me put it to you this way, Tom. When I sing to Michelle, I don't even have to identify myself or talk.
I see. So the night. What we're saying is the nights are long in Alaska.
I'm here to tell you.
All right. Tell me about a Browning 380. What are we doing here?
I have the Black Label series, a nice little gun whose iron sights need to be improved. Mm-hmm. Tom will like the way I phrased that. And
so in other words, they're pretty rotten.
The newer ones are great. They're nice, bold, white dots. Okay. And you can get a decent sight picture. So I called them up, and I said, "Can you retrofit me?" And they said, "Of course not." I said, "Oh, I had a feeling you'd say that." Well, the front sight is molded in, Anyhow, so I said, "So what do I got to do to get your brand new sights?" And they said, "Buy a brand new pistol.
Buy a new gun."
For another $650 or something dollars. And I said, "Well, can't I just have a new upper fit to my old lower?" And they said, "You sure can. That'll run you about $450 some odd."
Might as well buy a new gun.
Might as well, but golly, that torques me. Is there any other solution? I can't find a Crimson Trace that'll fit in. I could do the one that adheres to the trigger guard, but then that rules out all my holsters.
Mm-hmm. Right, that affects the holster. So you checked Crimson Trace. They don't have a laser grip that'll go in that pistol, I take it?
No, I checked.
Okay. Obviously a gunsmith could do something, but I'm also thinking maybe even Brownells, because they have all the sights listed there. Michelle, I mean, you guys have got gunsmithing there. Any thoughts?
No, that's the same thing I would suggest, is to see what a gunsmith can get that would fit that rear dovetail, and then, try to make whatever work with the front. You said it's molded in, so that's going to take some...
Hold on for 1 second. I have to put the phone down and grab the pistol. Stand by.
If we hear a really loud noise now, we'll know why Frank doesn't come back.
Oh, no. No.
Mom, that's terrible.
It is terrible.
No, we all know I'm going to live forever. Oh. Yeah, so I guess I will have to call the Brownell gunsmith. And I'll betcha I could have that front sight ground off and new dovetail put on there for probably less than $400.
I got two words for you. 2 words for you. Super glue.
No. No. Don't listen to him, Frank.
Tom wouldn't miss it. I know that.
Oh, no, I would never steer you wrong, except for anything that has to do with gunsmithing. Then don't listen to a word I say.
Right, I remember. You're not a gunsmith.
That's right.
I am not. They were adventurous when they let me take a Dremel tool to a holster, but they made sure all the guns were locked up before I did that.
Can I give you one suggestion?
Yes, only one?
Dremel?
Yes.
The Black & Decker RTX hand grinder. It's less expensive. It's about $35. It lasts forever, and you'll just enjoy it.
Good to know. Okay, we'll go with the suggestion from Frank is go with Black & Decker. Frank, give the folks at Brownells a call tomorrow when they've got their techs in there. If it's available, they will know where and what to do and how to go about it. I appreciate the call, sir. I'm sorry that we didn't get you singing, but there you go. We'll say that's a special thing. That's just between you, Michelle, and Frank.
Yes, it is.
Thank you, sir. All right, so I just sent you a link to a revolver that I just heard about last week when Ruger was in the studio with us. We're shooting the guns and gear. Michelle, they have a Ruger single 7, a single-action revolver in .327 Federal with a 7.5-inch barrel.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. That's a nice-looking revolver.
43 ounces, so it's a big old kind of heavy.
Yeah.
You can imagine how no recoil that thing would be.
Right.
Yeah.
Gosh, especially if you shoot any of those 32 longs out of it. Whew.
Yep. Holy cow, that would be so sweet. And then if you wanted to stoke it with the magnums, you could get a bunch of velocity out of that thing. That would actually be a really good hunting revolver.
If only they had an ambassador for their product.
They're probably taking applications if you knew anybody who might be interested. I want to see you conceal carry of this thing.
Right, yeah. No, that's too pretty for that.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
We had the Jason Klausner from Lipsy's came in. We were doing the show, and of course Lipsy's is they have a number of exclusives with Ruger. Gallery Guns, of course, Davidson's has a bunch of exclusives. One of the things I like about Ruger, when you go to their website and you click on pistols or revolvers or rifles, one of the categories that drops down is distributor exclusives. So you can easily find these short runs or special guns that you wouldn't normally see.
Is this a limited edition pistol?
It is not. It is just a distributor exclusive, but it's not limited edition. So, and I guess it probably bears repeating, the benefit of that is a store doesn't have to have a warehouse with 10,000 guns in it. That's the value of distributors. They've got a warehouse with 10 or 100,000 guns in it. And you as the store, when you say, okay, yeah, we'd like to get one of those, you can call them, and in 2 days, you got the gun, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're sent overnight, so depending on when that phone call is made, whether it's before their shipping hours, yeah, it's no time, no wait.
So if a customer looks on the website and says, I want one of those, they can go over to Cleveland's Outdoor World or their local gun store and say, hey, could you order me one of those and let's work out the best price. And, for a store, you're going, I got nothing in this other than what it's going to cost me. Haven't been warehousing it or anything else. Let's make a deal.
Right. Yeah. And the good people like Davidson's, their gallery of guns, they have them out there. It gets sent to us automatically. You pay them, they send us the gun, you pick it up. Couldn't get any easier. Yeah.
No, it's about as easy as it gets. And then you have access to all these very cool guns. I was looking at one on Davidson's, the galleryofguns.com. What was it? The Ruger LC9S in like a Cerakote titanium, almost bluish look to it. It was gorgeous.
Pretty little thing.
Oh, man. And then we were looking at some of the Bisley grips on these. And, we had to do the whole, what's a Bisley grip? And they're better for heavy recoiling guns.
It is nice that they're going broad spectrum here, that they're not just all double action guns. So, this hits the people that are interested in the cowboy action shooting because, Fiocchi, they make that cowboy action load just for those guns too. So, in that 32 long. So, yeah, that's a lot of fun right there. That's a lot of fun.
Oh, man. Talk about no recoil. This thing would be so much fun to shoot with 7.5-inch barrel, and you have that long sight radius. You're probably going to shoot better than you had with shorter barrels.
We're going to have to get one and try it.
All right, Tom. This is your concealed carry gun, Tom.
Yeah. Don't touch it. Don't act like you.
Slowly back away.
He's always worried about somebody being able to see it. No, it won't happen.
No, you just wear this thing in a cowboy rig, and then people will go, "Oh, look at the cowboy. That's cool."
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, but you have to get two of them, of course. You have to have a two-gun rig.
Well,
oh, Lordy.
Yeah.
Tell you what, let's take a quick break, and then we come back, and I do want to talk about Tom's progression in concealed carry. Okay. We'll be right back.
Smith & Wesson brings 10 years of development to your holster with the new enhanced M&P M2.0 semi-auto pistol. In 940 and 45 with a crisp and lighter trigger pull, the M2.0 has aggressive texture for a great grip, extended stainless steel chassis for rigidity, and 4 palm swell grip inserts for a perfect fit. The remarkable M&P, even better in version 2.0. See it at smith-wesson.com.
If you're like me, you don't have money to burn, but you still want to buy guns, ammo, and accessories. That's why we created Gun Dealio. That's a free smartphone app. Just download it and start getting the deals. Could be discounts, offers of free magazines for your gun, or you could be the first to hear about new stuff from gun makers. Here's how it works. With Gun Dealio on your phone, you get alerts when you enter a gun store. Special deals, you know. You don't have to do a thing. It'll do a lot of other cool things, like let you watch gun videos and listen to Gun Talk podcast. Plus, check it anytime for hundreds of deals and offers. Getting more while spending less. Smart, huh? Gun Dealio. Made in America. Gluten-free. At the App Store and Google Play or GunDealio.com. All right, so we are back with you. It is the after show. We have Michelle and Tom joining me. And Tom, I know that you are brand spanking new to concealed carry.
Brand spanking
new.
You
are one more week into it. How's it going?
Well, I had one of those whoopsie moments today.
Uh-oh.
I stopped at a fast food place and got out of the vehicle to throw some trash away, and it was kind of a windy day today. It started blowing my shirt up, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
All right, Marilyn, put that gun away.
Oh, that's clever. Yes. It is true, though. I've done the same thing. You've got a shirt out, like, not tucked in, and the wind's blowing, and all of a sudden you're going, man, I got to lock this shirt down because it's going to blow up, and I'm going to be exposing myself, as it were.
Yeah. I've got another issue, Tom, I'm going to have to ask you about.
Okay.
In a couple of months, I'm flying to another state, and I have no clue as to how to go about taking the gun with me.
All right, and you've checked you are legal in that state to carry, right?
I haven't checked that yet. That's the first thing I got to look at.
Okay, first order of business is to check that. There's a website, it's handgunlaw.us. Not .com, but handgunlaw, singular.us. And you just put in your state, it tells you where your permit is good. So that's first order of business. Assuming it is honored in that state, then what you're going to need is a locking case, a hard case that you can lock, that you can take. And it can be just a small case that you put inside of a suitcase or even a duffel bag, but it has to be locked and no ammo in, generally, depends on the airline, but generally no ammo in the with the gun case. And also no ammo in magazines. It doesn't actually say it, but most people say just put the ammo in the original box. That'll work fine. Okay. It doesn't have to be that way. The regs actually say the primer has to be covered. Any kind of box, but the ammo's basically a separate thing, and wrap it up. And then when you've got the gun, it's unloaded, and I mean really, really unloaded, no ammo in the magazine, no ammo in the gun, and it's in a lock case. When you go to the airline counter, you cannot curbside check it. You got to go to the ticket counter, and what you say to them is, I need a firearm declaration card. It's a whole lot better than hollering, I've got a gun!
For everybody.
Yeah. You're probably not flying that day if you do that. So, or maybe not for a while.
That's one way of getting on a list.
Yeah, you'll be on a list, all right.
Might be flying, just not to the destination I intended.
That's true. Gitmo.
You will be flying solo.
That's true. So they'll give you a little card, and you fill it out with your name and address, and you flip it over and sign it on the back, and then they'll either, depending on the airline, they'll either put it in the hard case with your gun, or sometimes they just drop it in your suitcase on top of the gun case, and you're good to go. And then when you get there, you can pick up your gun in your package and go from there.
Okay. And I just checked that website, Tom, and that state is covered.
Excellent. All right.
There you go.
And one of the things I think it's a good idea, I like the idea of a smaller case like that when I travel, because when you get to your destination, you may go out somewhere or do something where you don't want to take your gun, and I like to have a lockable case to put my gun in if I have to leave it in a hotel room, for instance.
Sure.
And then stash it inside of a suitcase.
Absolutely.
Tom, what about like those little gun vaults that you can put into a vehicle?
Console vault.
Well, not the console vault. It's actually the console vault actually locks into your vehicle. But yeah, I know.
Like the little nano
I actually
vaults.
lose like a little, a little metal vault. That's what I take. I take one of those. The one I have just has a little dial combination lock that you could jimmy with a hairpin probably, but it
but
meets
it's locked.
the specs.
It's
locked, yes.
You don't have to. You lock it, and then you keep the key, and it doesn't get touched after that.
Correct. You lock it. Now, they may say, open it up, show me that it's unloaded. I hardly ever get that anymore. I think they have figured out that we're all better off if you actually just don't touch it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just sign a document that says it's unloaded. Now, if they discover that it is loaded, you are now getting a trip downtown. So don't be doing that. Don't be that guy. Yeah. Meeting new friends in law enforcement.
At least I get plenty of leg room.
Don't have to worry about the exit seat rules.
It's true. It's actually pretty easy. It feels weird the first time you do it, but after that you just go, okay. Oh, the other thing is get to the airport early, because you may get bumped out and they'll say you got to go over and talk to TSA or something. You want to be there a minimum of 90 minutes before your flight.
Okay.
Just got to file that one away. Don't be doing it in this last-minute deal, because you can sometimes, it depends on the airport, but sometimes you'll get there and it just goes right through, and sometimes they say, okay, now you have to walk your case over there. Oh, but wait, we have to escort you, and we don't have anybody handy who can escort you, so you'll have to wait here before we can get somebody to come over here and escort you over to TSA, where then you'll have to wait for them to swab your case. Because, of course, all the explosives that come out of a 380, I don't know what they're doing. It's weird.
Now, does it make a difference in airline, too? Which airline you fly?
It can, but there doesn't seem to be any logic one way or the other. Now, Delta is doing the thing now of they're zip tying your bag before they will give it to you when you get to your destination. I will be avoiding Delta as much as humanly possible.
Really?
So if they're doing a deal. They zip tie your bag before they give it to you. They won't put it out on the baggage carousel. You have to go back, like you're picking up golf clubs or something. Of course, that's all about the Fort Lauderdale, where the guy checked his bag of ammo, went into the bathroom, loaded it, came out and shot people. Of course, this doesn't prevent somebody from just walking in the door from the parking lot and shooting people. It's just theater, just security theater. Right. I would suggest not taking the gun out and loading it while you're at the baggage carousel.
Why not?
Yeah, no. Again, I've got a gun.
But I want to carry it now.
Yeah, right.
No, you should definitely do it in the back of the cab.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm getting all these great ideas from Tom and Michelle.
You're getting a lot of list of what not to do, that's for sure.
The best part
about... you said don't do that?
Right. The best part about flying with the firearm is your bag always gets there.
Well, generally speaking, occasionally not.
Yeah, they're keeping an eye on that one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We actually had Clark Aposhian one time years ago. So he got somewhere and he had several Glocks with him going to a training deal, and opened it up and one of them was gone.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah. And he just you know. I mean, it was as you can imagine, it was a thing.
Yeah, one of many were gone. That's a little suspicious.
Not good.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Wow.
They got that worked out. And I have had other people have their case not be there. And they said, all right, here's the deal. You got an hour. I'm sure it's here. You guys got to go find it. Yeah, well, we were looking. And says, okay. And they said, okay, in 30 minutes, I'm calling the police. I'm going to report a stolen gun. And we're going to go, oh, you don't have to do that. He says, well, no, actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do. In 30 minutes, I'm calling the police. It's amazing. They found the bag.
Gosh, I'm going to have to knock on wood here because we've never had that happen in travel. Lucky.
The worst I ever had was going to Zimbabwe, and my gun case didn't make it with my rifles. And
so they paid for an extra day.
The outfitter sent his, it's like 2 or 3 days, and the outfitter sent his wife back. Finally, they just rattled enough cages. I mean, somebody had taken him, and it showed up again. And then when his wife went to pick it up for me, she didn't have the key. And they said, well, we have to open it up and check the serial numbers.
Oh, boy.
Great. But being a resourceful lady, no kidding, she used a hairpin and picked the lock.
Good woman.
She's also the one that used a submachine gun on the terrorists during the Rhodesian War. So this is a woman you want to have on your side.
Okay.
Yeah. Thinking so.
Yeah. They broke into her house and she said, I don't like that.
So, Tom, check in your gun, have a bobby pin.
You know that I always have bobby pins with me, right?
Keeps the bangs out of your eyes.
Yeah, that's right.
The gun makes it through fine, but I get stopped for the bobby pin.
Yeah, right. All right, that looks suspicious, guy. You want to come over here? Okay. Let's see. Wait, hold on. What is today? What's the date today?
The 9th.
Oh, this is the last day. I sent you a note, I think, Michelle, that there's a special 6-day window. This is the last day that a dealer could order from any distributor a Ruger No. 1 in 450 Bushmaster. They did a 6-day promotion. That's all it is. And it's just gorgeous. It's a laminated stock, stainless steel, Ruger No. 1 single-shot rifle in 450 Bushmaster, and they took orders from the 3rd to the 9th. It's going to be cut off today, so a gun store could put in an order today and still get it under the wire.
Don't you love how they bring out these old calibers with, I'm going to say, a breath of fresh air?
Yeah.
I mean, they're reinvigorated. It's just introduced into Michigan, legal deer hunting. Ohio's trying to get that caliber passed. Yeah.
Oh, boy, let me tell you, they've sold so many of their Ruger Americans in 450 Bushmaster in Michigan.
Big rifle state to begin with.
Pretty neat. There are all these interesting things out there that pop up, and you may not know about them. I put that out on Twitter, so everybody should be following me on Twitter, because otherwise you just wouldn't know about it. If you said, oh, man, I wish I'd known about that. Yeah, well, it was a 6-day deal. And your gun store you'd have to go to them, and they'd have to order it today. Today's the last day.
Michelle.
So, Michelle, is your store open today, Michelle? That's the
Right?
question.
Yes, it's open for another, well, we better hurry. We're open until
That's
6.
right.
Bye, Tom.
Great,
All
now
right.
it's just you and I.
That's right. You might want to. Somebody better call Cleveland's Outdoor World in Toledo. So, oh boy, yeah, pretty cool though. Yeah, the No. 1 in 450 Bushmaster. There's some neat stuff being made these days. It is really interesting.
It's amazing to me, as busy as these companies have to be producing concealed carry pistols, that there's time for them to bring a side edition like this out, or limited editions, or special makeups. And I mean, it really is amazing to, I guess, hats off to these companies for being able to process all that and stay on top of it, because Ruger really does stay on top of it. They don't get strung behind too much anymore.
We also had a chance to tinker around with the SIG MPX and MCX rifles. We were fortunate enough out at the range, had a full auto MCX short barrel rifle with a suppressor. Oh, heavens. That's so much fun.
What kind of eyes do you have on you then? I'm sure there's people all over watching that. Like, what's he doing?
Yeah, we were at a police range, and we had a couple of the trainers there come out and just want to see it, look at it, and handle it.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is so cool.
Have you ever had the experience where you're shooting and you turn around and there's a lot more people watching than you knew were behind you?
Occasionally,
They just kind of gather while you're shooting?
Yeah, and certainly because it was the gear, not because of who was shooting it, that's for sure. So, But yeah, the SIG MCX is really a sweet system. And now, what did they do? Oh. Let me find it here. It was, I got to find it on the website. It's their AR pistol, okay? But weirdly enough, it's under rifles on their website. But if you get the AR pistol, there are just a ton of people who are getting really interested in AR-type pistols as their home defense guns. So just kind of a thought, and we'll actually probably have some news about what's going on in that world in a few weeks. We'll see what's going on there. But their MCX is not an AR.
Right.
It's a completely different system, but it's kind of like an AR. It's a semi-auto, but it's like, when did the M16 come out? It was early 60s, early to mid-60s during Vietnam.
Right, it was there for Vietnam, yeah.
So, that system's been around for 60-plus years now. So you can imagine that they could actually make something newer and cooler and better. So I think that's where the MCX falls.
It's a pretty cool rifle.
Yeah, it is. When you can get them.
Yeah.
Right?
They're not always available. This is true.
They are not. And which, it goes to a point, Michelle. I wanted you to address this. People come in and they see something. Oh, man, that's cool. Yeah, I'd really like to get that. And they come back a week later to buy it. It's gone.
It happens. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I understand not being an emotional purchaser, but when it is something that you are interested in and you've been looking for, trust me, there's purchasing agents out there that pull out their hair because they placed orders for these guns or ammunition 1, maybe 2 years ago, when they first started talking about things. And, you wait. And it goes by a wish list, and first person on the list gets one, second person gets one, third person. So you never know when your chance comes around again. So don't wait.
So if you're sitting there, if you've been saying, okay, I would really like to have a fill in the blank, whatever it is. And if you say, but I just can't find one. And if you walk into a store and it's there, it would be wise to not walk out of the store without it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That whole delayed gratification, sometimes you just delayed it another year.
Yeah. A good store would take your name and number, right? Give you a call as soon as they got one in. But
sure. Yeah, in a year.
Right. You just don't know when that time frame will be.
That's it. Could be next week, could be next year. You never know.
Right.
So, but it's, we are 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away from the NRA show in Atlanta. And there are going to be a lot of new products introduced there. I think more than we've ever seen introduced at an NRA show.
Will we be able to talk about them?
Yes, because if they are, we're going to do the radio show from there. And when they get there, I'm going to say, okay, what are you showing here? Because look, if you're showing it to everybody, we can talk about it.
Okay.
Good.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I know there are things that we have shot video of that we have to sign NDAs on that we can't talk about, but in about 2 weeks, they will pull the cover back and we will be able to yak about some really interesting, neat stuff.
Awesome.
Gosh, to have your job.
More ways to spend your money.
Yay.
Let me help you with that.
Yeah, I can help you with that. Sure. How much you got? No. We can spend more than that. Come on.
See, there needs to be an allocation. You can have your 401k money taken out. You can have your health savings taken out. We need to come up with some way to be able to get a firearm fund taken out of your payroll. I'd like $15 put into here every week.
You know how you can put money into 401k or into an IRA, and that can be in the form of stocks or savings or even like silver or gold. If all we have to do is change the IRS regs just a little bit, and we could add guns to that.
I'm sure they wouldn't mind.
Oh, yeah, they'd go for that in an instant.
We're going to put our IRA in gun. I'm buying guns for my IRA. With this administration, we might be able to pull that off.
There's nothing like cold steel and iron.
That's right. We're investing in precious metals, steel and lead. Oh, goodness.
Well, I guess maybe if you just put it into a Christmas fund, you just call it your Christmas fund, maybe.
Oh, that's what it is. It's my ballistic Christmas fund. Here's wishing you a ballistic Christmas.
I love it. Cheers.
Cheers. Just crank one off. There we go.
All right.
So Michelle, now you have to go get your 7.5-inch barrel 327. Yeah, I bet if you got a couple of those in the store, you could move those.
Oh, I would think so. We seem to have no problem with that caliber for some reason.
Yeah, I can't imagine why.
I don't know.
Because you won't let them out of the store until they buy one.
Right?
I know.
Waiting on that Henry Lover action 327. Yeah, gosh.
Do you have an order in for that?
Yeah, I have a watch list on that.
Okay. All right. Well, let me know when they're actually available.
All right.
So,
there's actually a couple different models with that one, with the 327.
Huh. I'm thinking maybe we should chamber the AR in the 327.
In the 327.
That would be so counterintuitive and stupid.
Very cost-effective round.
It's kind of like a bolt action in 10 millimeter.
Oh.
What? Why? Because we can. Okay, that's good enough.
Well, yeah.
Oh, Lordy. Bless his heart, as we say.
That's right. Bless your heart.
That's right.
Well, at least
all right, well, Tom, you
original.
just continue to carry. Are you getting better about not tapping it and feeling weird about it?
Yeah. I mean, it's starting to feel more and more natural.
Yeah.
So that I'm
Takes a while.
just not thinking about it constantly.
Well, that's good. And then get over and to the range and shoot on like every other week, even if it's just a box of ammo. Just got to but you got to shoot and try to practice the draw with a completely unloaded gun with no ammo in the room. But just working on slow mo. Everybody wants to go fast. Just work on slow. Drill that. Smooth is fast. Try to be smooth.
Okay.
Okay, good deal. You got. I think we sent the DVDs. If you haven't.
Yeah, they came in yesterday.
Okay, good deal.
I got my hands on them today.
Sweet. Well, for those who don't know, if you go to shopguntalk.com, you can get our concealed carry DVDs, the 1911 DVD, let's see, First Person Offender, and I think there's actually a special deal on those if you buy them through the Gun Dealio app. So check your Gun Dealio first. All right, guys, you have a great week. Thank you for being here. The after show is always a hoot.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
All right, be safe out there, everybody.
Well, that wraps up another Gun Talk After Show. But if you want even more gun-related stuff, don't forget to check out Gun Dealio. It's the app for Apple and Android phones that connects you to all the Gun Talk shows, plus even more. And we'll catch you next time for the Gun Talk After Show.